There we go. Music, properties, music HD80, yep. Main, properties, default, needs to be main. Yep, okay. I'm just getting everything ready to go real quick, guys. We're almost there. I was just setting up a bunch of the streaming stuff. I also gotta shut up, Jesus. I also gotta set up a share screen for the whole entire desktop itself, so you guys can see everything in progress. Plus, I gotta get the chat popped out real quick, so just give me a moment. I was just setting the stream. Yep, there it is. Here's me. Alright, here we go. I'm gonna put that down here. Boom. And we're gonna refresh this. And we're just gonna do like a heart just to see. Yeah, okay, we're good. Awesome. Okay. We're gonna be starting here in just a second. Okay. So, hey guys, I put it here, and today we're gonna be doing some map making again. But before we dive into this, I need to go to the desktop real quick first. And I need to enable... Or actually, no, I don't think I have a... I gotta add it, that's right. Okay, because I always delete it because it always makes lag if I don't delete it. So display capture of not that monitor, but this one. There we go. Make sure it's at the tippy top. Yep, cool. And then I just gotta simply disable preview, and I should be fine. And also do a task manager to see if I'm really lagging. Just double checking everything real quick. So, okay, Minecraft is doing that. Yep, that's the OBS. Cool. Okay. Okay, we should be fine. There should be a display as well. Everyone should be able to see what I'm doing. Okay. Should be good. Should be good from here. Alright. So, hey guys, Pony here, and today we're working on some more Warzone Minecraft stuff. Also, that screenshot was just for the screenshot for the thumbnail, which you guys will be... Well, if you guys have tuned in, you guys would have saw the thumbnail. We're going to be working on programming and modeling the precision airstrike in Minecraft. Well, for Warzone Minecraft. Just for an update for you guys, I'm going to spoil some stuff for you guys, because why not? I'm going to spoil you guys on what's new for Warzone Minecraft. Now the thing is, I'll have to read the 1.03 changelog first, because I have not uploaded the footage yet. I have the footage ready to go. I just haven't uploaded it yet because I'm waiting for a good time to upload it and set it as a premiere for like a future date. But as of right now, I'm still holding on to it because I don't want to upload it too early and then fuck over my algorithm by having content so much out right now to the point where I can't keep up because I don't have another episode ready to go after 1.03. So that's the problem, is I need to get 1.04 ready. I need to film 1.04 and play with my friends, get the footage, get the montage, whatever, all that stuff ready to go. And then we'll upload 1.0.3 as a premiere so that we're not falling behind footage-wise. Because I don't know how long it's going to take, or when a good day would be for me and my friends to take this on and play the game. But it's still under development for 1.0.4. So as of right now, it is... Like I said, I'm not ready to upload the Halloween edition just yet, even though it's already edited and ready to go, even though the editing was literally half-ass. It's whatever. Okay. So you guys are seeing on screen right now, like, what are the changes on 1.0.3. So Rebirth Island obviously gets a Halloween theme, spooky secrets. The blueprint chest has been added, which gives a weapon variant. Like, I'll show you guys as a prime example. Well, actually, I gotta go creative real quick, hang on. Also, if you're wondering why my precision airstrike is still in my hand, like the spotter scope, it's because it's supposed to be in a second hand, like the offhand. Okay, that's just a normal one. But here's an example, and of course I had to get lucky and get the best one in the fucking game. That's my luck rate, that's wild. Okay. So that's an example of a blueprint variant. This is the M107 Flint and Steel. Normally they're not supposed to come out of chests like this, but I think it's because I rigged this chest so it dispenses blueprint stuff. That was just for debugging. And of course, obviously, it's already refilled immediately because I guess it was made for debugging. I'm a little bit laggy. Give it a minute. It will catch back up. Okay, there we go. So it'll have attachments already pre-built on it. Like, for example, this one. Unfortunately, I got extremely lucky with this dumb shit and got the best one that I wanted to keep a secret, but it's too late now. With incendiary ammunition, the Vulture 50 cal suppressor, and an Elkin Fork scope. And of course, as you can see, it has a tag saying M107 Flint and Steel with italics enabled. And the tag on the bottom is saying Rarity Exotic Blueprint, which is the highest one available, but it's technically legendary because it's the same RNG. Despite it being the only gun in the game right now that has exotic on it. It's like if we were to open this again... Oh, it's not restocked. It's still... Okay. It was bugged again because I programmed... okay, I set the chest values as incorrect, okay? It's supposed to be... I don't know. It's a little buggy, but it's fine. Regardless, that's not the issue right now. I just wanted to show blueprints have been added into the game. And that's what 1.0.3 brought into the table, is weapon blueprints with pre-built attachments on it. And custom names. Also with the custom kill feed, yes, the kill feed will be saying, like, what weapon was used, and it also will be colored if it's an exotic blueprint or whatever blueprint it is. So for the case of this exact gun, the M107 Flint and Steel, it's going to show up as the icon as the weapon is, and it has English, Martin. It'll show up as a yellow icon for the weapon. Like, the weapon icon color will be yellow instead of white. Just like Call of Duty from the past, whenever you had weapon variants. And then, of course, you got, like... Oh, man, I am blanking today. I had it, and then my mind just went somewhere else. Also, don't mind me feeling... Like, don't mind my stuffiness. I am going through a cold or something right now. I'm not sure what it is. My right ear is cloggy today, so it's hard to hear today. And I'm stuffy. I already am on medications to help remove the stuffiness, but my god, it's been a shit show today. But just saying in regards, there are blueprint variants now. And it'll show up in the custom kill feed, which we'll discuss later. Okay, so going back to this, new attachments have been added to the loot table, like 3 new suppressors, 2 verticals, 40mm grenade ammunition, and 4 ammo modifications. Because that's what was added in TAC-Z at that time, was the Full Metal Jacket, Hollow Point, Incendiary, and High Explosive ammunition types, and those other attachments. So that was not my doing, I was just adding it into the game because that's what they brought. I did not program any of those grips or anything. 6 new guns to the table, of course, that being, this is from TAC-Z yet again, the P320, the HK416D, MK14 EBR, Scar L, AUG, M320 grenade launcher. The prone ability has been added because of Warzone Minecraft, or not that, sorry, the TAC-Z added that, so you can now prone with weapons. And it has its own little animation as well, so if I hit Alt, which is what I set my keybind to, you can see I'm prone now, and I can also crawl like that and stuff. So it's easy to get into, like, you know, easier to get locations for, like, 1x1 blocks. So that's that. That's been added. Oops, I hit the wrong thing every time. Grenade, yep, I added the grenade. As of right now, it is not throwable again. I mean, I could add... I'm thinking of adding a hitbox for it, so if you look at it and right-click it or something, then it will be pick-upable again, but it's on a timer. I'm debating on that as well, but right now it's not necessary, because that mechanic is probably going to be obsolete as of right now. Flash grenades are also in the game as well. I also programmed that. And yes, I programmed the grenade as well. And all these other ones are kind of like miscellaneous stuff, like rarity colors, weather effects, which are gone now because weather effects kind of fucking sucked. All this other stuff, blah blah blah. Tactical sprint animation's been added, which was made by someone else. I don't remember what it was, but it was on the TAC-Z webpage. Tactical sprinting has received an overhaul. Yep, so it's a lot faster now, and it's just completely, it regenerates more or whatever. Like it's just been overhauled. Walking and standing still will increase the tactical sprint regeneration time, so that's what I meant by the overhaul. Yep, and it also tactical sprint now regenerates while sprinting, but it's slow. But of course, by half the tac sprint energy back, it'll tac sprint again. Sliding now increases the tactical sprint time, increases the speed. Yeah, this is also been adjusted, but I'm gonna readjust it a little bit more for the spam slide because I noticed Juicebox was abusing that last time. Yes, speed sliding and stuff like strafing is absolutely broken right now, and I am going to add something to help reduce the spam slide because that is just obnoxious. It's stupid. I hate it. And then cluster mic score streak. Yep. Blah blah blah. Chest loot RNG. We're not gonna read all that shit. That's just extras. And then changelog 104. This is the new shit that's been added so far. Halloween events is over, so it's back to its classic state. Added the hitbox for two most chests for that you can stand on, which is essentially a block that I placed inside the chest itself, which, as to be expected, is not a villager spawn egg. It's actually, I forget the block name of it. It's like pointed dripstone. That's what it is. Yeah, it's this stuff. Essentially, it's pointed dripstone, but it's just that one block. So yeah, if you land on the chest, you will take massive damage. So be careful on that. But you can stand on them now. COD kill feeds. Yep, I already showed a preview of that on my most recent video of the throwing knife. You guys saw a nice early sneak peek of the custom kill feed, which shows what weapon they were used, or what weapon was used for the killing, and all that stuff. So it's gonna be more professional. So no more goofy messages anymore. No more saying the variant name or anything anymore. It's just gonna be just like Gold Call of Duty from Infinite Warfare, essentially, except for the icons not having an underline with the color. It's actually going to be the whole icon itself is a color. So if they got killed by a P320, it's just going to show, like if it's the base variant, it's just going to show the P320 icon. Okay, the killer on the left first. The P320 icon pointing towards the killer, or sorry, the victim, which is going to be pointing to the right side of the screen. And then the victim's name, whoever was killed, will be on that, you know. But if it's like a score streak right now, or a kill streak, or any form of explosives, or things that were not included for Taxi, it's going to be the victim on the left, and then on the right, it's going to be what they got killed by. But right now, I don't have it programmed to be where there's the killer, the item they used that they got killed by, and then whoever got killed. Right now, it's whoever got killed, and then the icon of what they got killed by. That's what it is right now, and I'm just going to roll with it until I figure out a way to make it, like, to include the killer, so that it's not just the victim only. But right now, it's just the victim only and what they got killed by. And they also added a way to tell if they were killed by their own equipment with a skull icon after the equipment icon that they got killed by. So yes, suicides are in there now. They've been programmed, so like if you got killed by your own... Excuse me for opening the soda. So if you got killed by your own C4 or something, it would show the skull icon saying that you killed yourself with the C4. Okay, so yes, kill feeds are in the game now. To make it look more professional. New starter weapons during the storm progression. So the further the storm progression goes, the better weapons you will get for your inventory. So you have a better chance of fighting after a respawn. Of course, the new weapons in the game from Taxi itself. The 1911, the M700 sniper, which is like... The closest thing I can think of that sniper being is... Fuck, what was that shit called? The SPR 208 from not Advanced Warfare, Jesus Christ, from Modern Warfare 2019. The Type 81-1 rifle, which is like a AK kind of like weapon platform, but very simplified when it comes to attachments, so you can only put so much on it. The QBZ-95, which was that assault rifle we got in Black Ops 6 right now, which can also turn into the the SA-87 from Modern Warfare 2019 with the right attachments, I guess. The M870 shotgun, which is a pump action, and the P90 submachine gun. Also, the M107 sniper, I accidentally brushed over that, my bad. That's the sniper you guys saw earlier. It's a semi-automatic version of the 50 cal that we currently have in the game, which is the M95. It's very powerful. It cannot one-shot headshot without hollow points. So you need hollow points on there if you're going to go against players that have 3 plates on. Also, fun fact, for the M95 sniper rifle, it can one-shot headshot without needing hollow points, but if you put hollow points on it, it'll become a one-shot body to a 3-plater. Just as a fun fact. Of course, the Vulcan 50 cal suppressor has been added, and I also added that to the weapon variant for the M95. So now that has the suppressor on it built in for that blueprint. For the, I think I called it the M95 Vulcan because that should have fire, like incendiary ammo on it. So that has it now too. The EMP grenade has been programmed in the game, and it currently takes out equipment like AI score streaks, like, for example, the mosquito drone. If you throw it near a mosquito drone, it will take it out, and it'll act as if it ran out of fuel, which will start falling, and eventually when it hits the ground, it will explode. Which also leads me to say that the fuck is it called? The mosquito drone now has fuel. It will expire after 90 seconds of flight and will fall down and self-destruct. If it runs out of fuel, it cannot target a player, so it's all depending on its pathing if it were to hit a player. EMPs can also disable a player's minimap for a short duration. Yes, there is an effect in the game with the Zero's minimap mod that essentially disables the minimap for temporary with an effect. So, if a player were to be hit by an EMP, depending on their range or radius, their minimap will be disabled for a total of a maximum of 5 seconds. That value will vary. It's not official. I'm still probably going to increase it even further than 5 seconds because I feel like 5 seconds is too short. Especially for a hot fight. A hot fight? Okay, that sounds wrong. Like a hot gunfight. Like, like in action. And you're like needing the intel. Where is this guy shooting me from? A firefight. That's what I was thinking. Yeah, okay. So like in a firefight, and the person that's going to take you down and use the EMP so that it disables your minimap, I think they need more than 5 seconds to be able to take out the victim and finish them before they have their minimap back to get the intel from you, Especially if you're sniping in a medium range. Anyways, throwing knife has also been added, which is also in my latest YouTube short. It can disable... Oh, I'm reading the wrong script, sorry. It can deflect off the surfaces and break any armored foe. It takes 2 throwing knives to kill an enemy with or without plates. That is regardless. But if they had no plates and you hit them with a throwing knife, it's going to leave them at half a heart. I know, very annoying, but I wish I could have made it a hint higher, but the problem with that would be it would break way too much armor and leave them at least like a quarter health if I up the damage one more tick. Because it's giving them instant damage as an effect. I'm just trying to think right now. As of right now, it's essentially utilized as an armor breaker, but it's not really utilized as a finisher if they had no armor and you just threw a knife at them. They would have to at least lose half a heart in order for that to be effective. So yeah, you could use a throwing knife as a surprise attack to instantly break their armor and then switch to whatever weapon just to finish them up. And then that will be the way to go. Because you can only hold 1 throwing knife as of right now per inventory slot. I am thinking about upping that to 3. But I gotta figure out a system for if you had a throwing knife and you also have a throwing knife in your inventory, then to add it into your inventory. But the problem being is if your inventory is full, it's not going to detect that. So, because you're not picking up a new item, is what I'm saying. So duplicate items of 1 throwing knife or 2 throwing knives. Well, technically just 1, because if it's more than 1, then it would break. So if there's, let's say you have a throwing knife in your inventory and a new throwing knife gets added into your inventory, so they're 2 separate items. I'll make a detection system so that it will detect if you have 2 separate ones and stack them. Because they're not stackable right now because it's a carrot on a stick. That's why. I'm thinking of stacking them up to 3 just to help with inventory clogging, like prevention. But that is for another project for another day. I'll tackle that on another time. New pathing. Okay, so there's new pathing and routing for the underground, and the primarily the underground has a new pathing, which is really nice because it is a death trap down there for a storm. Like, if you get caught up in the storm down there, you are essentially dead. There's no surviving that unless you get lucky with the pathing previously. So I added some new routings to get you out of that area if the storm was on its way in the underground, and just to help prevent that kind of an issue from being an issue. I also added a lot of vegetation to the outside grass, which gives players that are outside of the, like outside in general, and they're in the grass, some more cover, like just visually, some more cover so they're more concealed. I also got rid of all the dandelions and all those extra flowers on the map because that caused some mapping issues, I guess you could say, for the minimap mod, where it looked like players could be potentially standing there, but it was actually a dandelion or some shit, so I got rid of that. Players also now have permanent strength effect, so their punches will actually do a lot more damage, including their bayonets. So bayonets now have a way better purpose instead of what they used to be, because from before, as you guys saw in episode 2, either that or is episode 3, I think it was episode 2, before the match started for the first time, Berserker was punching me with his bayonet, and it was doing absolutely no damage. Like you guys saw, like it was like doing at least a quarter of a heart at most, so like it took like 2, maybe 3 punches for it to bring down half a heart from my health bar. So that was really needing to be fixed. So that's why I added the strength effect for all players. And it also depends on what they're holding. If their weapon, if they're using anything but a bayonet, they will have, I think, strength something. I don't know. It's a strength value enough to where if the player had two plates on, it'd be 5 punches or 3 critical punches in order to kill someone. And then, of course, if you have a bayonet, it would take 3 bayonet hits. If it's a 3-plater, it would take 6 punches or 4 critical punches. And then, of course, it would take 3 bayonet hits anyways, so it's the same amount of time to kill, which is fair. There are 2 different strength effects if you have or don't have a bayonet, so that the bayonet has more strength in general to be able to do more damage for convenience sake, of course, because you don't want it to be like 5 swipes, which is extremely slow. It's an extremely slow way of combat up close and personal for a bayonet, but it works. I am thinking of upping the damage so that it's a 2-hit bayonet for 2-platers, but I feel like that would cause a lot of issues because I feel like that would be just way too easy for gunfights, as you could just run up to someone and knife them twice with that, and that would just probably break the whole entire balancing with the bayonets. So 3 hits for 2-plate or 3-plate is fair with me. We'll see as time goes on. I don't know. It depends on what my friends say. Like, is it balanced enough? Is it not? I feel like that's fair because, especially combining that with the movement abuse, with the spamming of crouch to gain insane speeds and be able to fluke players from hitting their shots, this is the reason why I'm upping it to 3 hits for 2-platers instead of 2 hits for a 2-plater, because that would just break the balance entirely. But I mean, it's to be determined as of right now, and of course, obviously, I need to program a counter for if they're spamming, like a cooldown if they're spamming slide, so they can only slide so much before it's just a normal crouch, you know. So like if they use it twice, it's almost like it needs like a cooldown for like it get another slide after 2 seconds of not using another slide. So if you have 2 at a maximum, so you can slide twice with like back to back, or just 1 slide as a back to back, but you have a cooldown timer. And if that cooldown timer hasn't resetted, then it's just going to be a normal crouch walk because there's nothing. You have no slide. I mean, either that or I could do the slide thing again, but just adjust the values to be even weaker. If you're on that cooldown and you try to slide, I'll figure that out. I mean, that's that should only take probably like 30 minutes of debugging. But, I mean, once again, right now it's not the time. We have other stuff to focus on. And then, of course, other patch notes is you guys can probably pause and read or whatever. Whatever's, you know. I also removed a mod on Warzone Minecraft because in 1.03's episode, which is the Halloween special, you guys will notice how blind we are in the game. Like, we're like, where the hell is everyone? And just like, blind as fuck. This is why. Embedium++ is a trash mod, and you need to get rid of it if you have it. The reason I'm calling it trash is for two reasons. It causes players and entities to de-render after 32 to 64 blocks, which was not intended for Warzone Minecraft, because, yeah, that's stupid. And disabling fog on that mod, on the ++ mod, breaks the blindness effect. So, essentially what the flashbangs did was they still gave you visuals, while also still giving you the slowdown of blindness effect. So you couldn't sprint or anything like that. So you could still see, which was the problem. So, Embedium++ is a trash mod. Get rid of it. Unless you're using it for single player or some other form of thing, it is not worth using that mod extension. And for those Embedium++ developers or Embedium developers, I am sorry for saying such a word. I'm sorry. But it ruined our session of 1.03. The reason I was using that was like from guides and stuff from how to improve frames per second on Forge. So I'm like, okay, I'll just slap on whatever everyone said and remove mods if they cause issues. This was one of those mods that caused issues. Like, yes, you could set the values, but I don't want everyone to have to be running this mod and automatically turning this setting on or off, all because it's on by default and it ruins everything, and just everyone has to set those settings, and if they don't, they're fucked. You know, they're setting themselves in a nerf state. Embedium++ is no longer in the mod pool for it, so I'm sorry for those Embedium++ users out there and moderators and creators for making those things happen. It is not worth it for our convenience. But once again, it is just one of those mods for those who don't have the best PCs. I get it. But it's not worth it for us, obviously. Remove the goofy death messages. Yep. The COD kill feed, we already discussed about that. Also fixed a bunch of other things, like the weather effects are gone now. Other stuff, whatever. Alright. That's it for patch notes, just to catch up everyone back into the action of what's going on for Warzone Minecraft. Especially since we don't have any episodes of 1.03 and 1.04 yet. I mean, we do have 1.03 update or video ready to go. I actually have it on my desktop right here, ready to roll. Oh, no, that's not it. Sorry, this one right here. There's part 3. That's ready to roll. It is an hour long. I'm just going to hit properties because I'm not going to show any details on it. It's 20 gigabytes, and the video is an hour and 4 minutes long. Yep, I have that ready to go. We'll be putting up as a premiere at some point, but I just want to get 1.04 on its feet first and get an episode in before we do anything of uploading 1.03's footage. It reminds me of Optifine. It sucked from my map. Yeah, I felt that. But the reason why 1.02 transition to 1.03 was weird was because 1.02 had the option for fabric, which is vastly superior. Unfortunately, from the transition from 1.02 to 1.03, they decided Forge was the king and fabric is the trash can. I'm like, wow, okay, so we had to find mods again to help improve performance to the point where it's playable and not broken. But Embedium++ obviously was one of those mods that broke everything. Just trying to think real quick before we continue. So yeah, having to transition again from Forge to Fabric to Forge again was rough, and we had to get mods and find mods for that. Which the whole mods list is right here. As of right now, we got Saturn, we have Entity Culling, Mix and Extras, Motion Capture, which Motion Capture I'm thinking of just getting rid of. This was going to originally be used for, I want to say anti-cheat. Like, if someone was found cheating, if we made a public game, then of course it would capture all motion and I could just review the footage. But I'm thinking of just getting rid of it for now because it is not necessary for now. It's just I was also probably going to plan this for like footage as well as a replay mod to replay any moments and stuff and just review it again because we don't have a Forge version. I don't think of that, and it didn't work last time because of reasons. Anyways, we got Starlight, which is another lighting errors, fixed stuff. Player Animator, which is for like animations, because now you can emote in this game, which I forgot to mention. We got Ferret Core, Coalesce Leaves, Timeless and Classic Zero, which is the guns mod, Cloth, Boxlib. I think that's also for helping with client-side stuff, Forge, Zero Minimap, Embedium. Like Embedium I'm still using, which is fair. It helps. Rubidium, which is a part of Embedium. Emote Craft, all that stuff. So yeah, like Emote Craft, yeah, you can like emote and stuff or whatever. Yeah, I added that for fun. And of course you can hit them with the gritty. Which I customly added in there. I think it'd be hilarious just to gritty on them after a kill. Yeah, that's gonna be great. I haven't used Fabric before. Too used to Forge. I understand that. Forge is a very popular and easy to work with mod platform, especially thanks to CurseForge. But I'm honestly more of a Fabric fan because other mods are supported in Fabric that Forge simply doesn't have, like Replay Mod. I'm stuck in the past. It's understandable, man. I mean, everyone has their preference. I'm honestly more of a Fabric fan than a Forge fan. But, I mean, it is what it is by the end of the day. I mean, you just gotta pick a side. And unfortunately, when it comes to picking a side, I have no choice but to pick Forge because of how Tax Z runs on Forge. And so, we're kind of just like, you know what? They have to take the wheel, they spin the wheel, and choose what platform they want, and we have to stick with it. I mean, there's nothing we can do about it. It is what it is. But I think why they changed it was because of coding itself was different or something. So they were like, yeah, I'd rather stick with Forge because I have more experience or whatever, which is fair. It's fine. Okay. So we're going to take a commercial break for a minute. Not literally. My mother's getting furious about something that I have to go do real quick. So I'm going to get this done before she embarrasses me on stream. So I'm going to go AFK for about 10 minutes. And we will be back. Alright, I'm back. Just give me a few more moments. Looks like it's hearing it on me, and then we'll be ready to roll. Okay, let me switch it to the desktop so you guys can see again. And we're back. Okay. Pretend this is Berserker. And then just get fucking rolled. Alright. I was like, I figured that out. Wait, can I right click? No, I can't. I have to left click. Okay. Interesting. Whatever. Alright, cool. No, because I accidentally shot my gun again when I did that. Okay, so now we're actually going to get back into this and we're going to start coding. Okay, so no more fucking around. Alright. So what we're going to be working on today is the Precision Airstrike. Just had to get my keychain, sorry. Forgot to put that on my necklace on me for the day. Okay. So we're going to get into it. We're going to work on this. I got to change it back to stick. Because we're going to be using a regular stick. We're not using a carrot on a stick. I have a custom model data for that, but I could give it to me real quick. Give company stick model data 1. Okay. So we have just a normal stick, NBT tag 1. For the custom model data, we refresh the texture pack. And then it should be that, yep. And then we do /reload. And the carrot on stick can be now deleted. And whenever I do this, it is nothing. Spyglass, yep. Okay, carrot. Okay, just a regular stick. Is the function running? Oh no, because I'm not an adventure. That's why. So now when I hold the normal stick, it should be putting the spyglass on my second hand in my inventory, which I know it's hard to see because I already blended it in as if this was natural. So the stick is essentially just only a UI display, and that is all. And the spyglass is the actual spyglass thing that you aim down sight with, so you can do this. The reason I put it as a stick was because I was going to originally use carrot on a stick for right-click detection, but I discovered that by holding right-click, it still keeps it at a state of 1, which is not what I want. I want it to constantly update when they're click and holding. So, unfortunately, as far as I'm aware with carrot on a stick, it's just always setting it as 1, as if I only used it once, and no right-click detection afterwards. So what we're going to be using for the right-click detection instead is the new, quote-unquote, new, the interaction mob. Or entity. We're going to be doing it this way. We're going to summon an interaction as soon as the player's holding the thing, and it's going to be following them wherever they go until they stop holding it. If they stop holding the item, it will despawn. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to do that right now. We're going to work on that. So if... just going to slap the interaction thing right there just for now. Or actually, if anything, just get rid of it. Okay, so if they have it in their hand, it's going to do the spyglass thing. This is for whenever they don't have it in their hand anymore to get rid of the extra spyglass. Also, the extra clear spyglass thing is to clear if the player does not have a spyglass regardless. Like, even if I were to give myself a spyglass, it would immediately be destroyed. I would not have a spyglass in my inventory anymore. It's gone. Until I hold the stick and then the carrot on a stick, or sorry, I hold the stick and then the spyglass shows up on the left hand. So the spyglass's intention here is to be invisible, and I also removed the texture for the offhand item. And when you're holding the stick, it will also put in your offhand the spyglass. And when you right click, it will do the spyglass zoom animation, which is what I want. And the whole point of this is wherever we're looking, there's going to be an armor stand as far as it can go. up until 100 blocks as far as I want it to go, just for now, for debugging reasons. Because if you look out here, I don't want it to be like, oh, there's now an infinite duration or infinite distance, and now it's gone forever or something and missing or break the game. So I'm going to have it set at a specific distance. I'm going to program that. So depending on where you're looking, an armor stand will be at its furthest block it can potentially be, as long as it's solid. So it'll once again be treated just like any other form of equipment, where they will not collide with tall grass and grass or any translucent block of that matter. So if I wanted to call an airstrike right at those stairs, I could if I clicked left, like did the left click. Which there is no detection for that yet, but that's where the hitbox comes in from interaction. So not only is it going to detect my right click and give me a text prompting me, whoa, okay. Not only is it going to I don't know what happened there, but okay, that's weird. Not only is it going to detect that I'm holding right click and aim down sight, quote unquote, with the spyglass, it'll detect that as well because of the interaction right click detection. And as soon as I stop doing that, there should be no form of right click in the interaction box anymore, which will remove the text saying what to do. And then after that, if I were to still aim down sight and then left click, which is a punch, I need it to detect that I punched, which I don't know if that's possible yet. That we're about to figure out here in a minute. So I need to summon an interaction and get that through to figure out if that's possible for a detection if I were to punch the interaction while holding a spyglass, if it actually detects. Those functions are made with data packs, right? Yes, everything is done in data packs. There's no more command blocks. Command blocks are old school. They're outdated. I'm never going back to command blocks ever again unless it's for something specific. Nothing against command blocks, it's just they're outdated. Especially for multiplayer and multiple locations and stuff like that. You'll understand as you try data packs itself. It's one hell of an upgrade. You will never go back to command blocks if you use this. If you go to data packs, trust me on that. And just in case you're not aware of what a data pack is, it's essentially a script that you can write, like an MC function, which is, think of this as like a command block itself, each line, which it literally is. It's just a command, which is what a command block would normally hold for one command. You can chain them together and you can call the function and it'll do all the scripts in one fellow swoop of a tick. You can have it repeat every tick, which I have it doing right here, so it's always looping. You can have a bunch of other set values to like make this function call another function, or have filters or whatever. Like, for example, with me being in game mode adventure, having to be in game mode adventure, holding a stick with custom model data 1, blah blah blah, just like you would normally do with command blocks. But at least you don't have to worry about chains anymore and having to look for that one command. Like, let's say I fucked up this one and I put stock instead of stick. I can find that with this Control F function over here, looking for if I put stock instead of stick. And then I can edit that and fix that. Instead of having to look through every single command block like, oh, nope, that's not stock, that's stick, this is stick as well, this is stick. Oh, there it is, you know. It's a lot easier to find errors, and it's just a lot easier to bulk edit as well. Like, let's say I had a whole script where it was carrot on a stick and I wanted to change it back to stick. I can just Control F for carrot on a stick. And then I can just put here what I want to replace, like stick, and then replace all in the current file from Visual Studio Code. So I don't ever have to go through every command block and put carrot on a, and then carrot on a, and then carrot on a right before the word stick. You know, it's just so much more convenient, inefficient for the game itself, and you don't have to ever deal with redstone or anything like that ever again with map making for command blocks. Trust me, the conversion is 100% guaranteed to be successful. Well, not successful, but satisfaction, in a sense, for map makers. And you guys need to start using data packs if you haven't already. It also depends on the version of Minecraft, obviously. Like, I don't remember when this was implemented. I want to say it was 1.13. But once again, I am not sure. But once again, also it depends if you're doing Java Edition or Bedrock Edition. I don't know shit about Bedrock Edition. Don't go to me for Bedrock Edition ideas or information. I don't know anything about that platform. It is a completely different way of working with map making and modeling, whatever. Everything is completely different compared to Java. Which is one reason why I'm never going to Bedrock, is because it's a whole new platform. It's not perfect. And you have a lot of limitations. As far as I'm aware, at least. I could be wrong. But it's just my opinion as of right now. I am sticking with Java because that's where I started. I wanted to try data packing for a while, but me being stubborn, I haven't changed. Oh, okay, I understand that. I was just like you, man. 1.8 version of Minecraft was my go-to place for map making for a long time, as you guys have seen through my history of map making. I think I finally broke out of 1.8 around 1. Around, like, what map specifically I think I broke out of 1.8 on was after the FNAF... Five Nights at Candy's, I think, is where I started upgrading, because I started with 1.9 there. And then I just kept working up with the latest versions and stuff, because, like, I was so frustrated with the code being updated, and I thought, oh, this is going to make this worse, or how am I going to have to learn? I'm going to have to relearn everything. But eventually, Vengemali encouraged me enough to the point where this was it was so worth it. It's worth learning the new code. It's worth using this stuff to be able to get it done. You know, it's awesome. It's an upgrade that's totally worth it. I would love to be in the current version right now for map making for specifically TaxZ Minecraft, which that would be 1.21. That's what I wish. But right now I'm stuck on 1.20.1 because that is where TaxZ is stuck on right now. Until they finally upgrade to 1.21, I am sticking with 1.20.1 for just TaxZ in Minecraft. But for other maps, of course it's going to be the latest version. Unless there's a big change. We'll see. Stuck with 1.12. Oh yeah, 1.12 was another area where I was stuck on too. I felt that, because that was before any more major overhauls, I think, with coding. I'm there with you on that one, man. I felt that. But as soon as I went to data packs and more current versions and learning the code and stuff like that, you know, you learn as you go, and you're just like, oh yeah, like, I'm glad I upgraded. Primarily, the reason I'm glad I upgraded it is because I can do a much more advanced code than I could from the past with the execute commands and all that stuff. Commands itself evolving as time goes on is so nice. Like, if you had to take a prime example look at Bedrock versus Java again from like a few years ago, their execute command was as simple as, like, I think 1.8 through 1.12, where it was just execute the entity and then squiggle marks, which was just to execute, I think, a position, instead of, like, doing, like, if or unless statements before those existed. Ever since they overhauled that command, the execute command, it has been a game changer for us map makers, because we can now treat it like actual code and do, is this true or false things. And it just makes our life a lot easier. At the same time, by complicating it, because you can go as crazy as you want with these and just make it as confusing and convoluted as anything else. But you get the gist. Okay, so now we're going to start working on this. So I got to do the... let's see here. So we got to do this one. We got to grab this whole entire command line, and we're going to paste it again here. But instead of doing these, instead of doing an item replace, we're going to do unless entity, all entities, tag equals... Oh yeah, there's a lot of possibilities from execute. If it weren't for execute, my map making would probably be awful. There's a lot of things you can do with the execute command nowadays. It's beautiful, man. You gotta check it out. Okay, so now I'm checking if the player has a carrot on a stick, or sorry, a stick with custom metal data 1. I'm gonna actually get rid of this portion because it's not necessary, because that's just checking if I don't have a spyglass and doing the spyglass shit. We need to check if there is an entity for the, well, actually, we're not going to do that yet. We're just going to ignore this part first, because we're going to do it this way first. So I need to make the entity a thing. So run, summon, and the item, and the entity itself is interaction. Summon Minecraft interaction. We're going to summon it at 1. Yeah, like that. Just for now. And it is going to be... Give me a minute to think. I kind of forgot what I'm doing here for this. I also have a guide on a web page as well, which I think I closed. Of course I closed it. Just give me one moment. I'm actually going to bring it over here just in case it brings up anything personal. We're going to be looking at this guy. Cloud Wolf is another map maker that is just insane with knowledge. He's really smart. I didn't know interactions existed. Did you guys know this entity existed? The interaction entity? Which is for like a hitbox for left and right click detection? Yep, I'm going to be using this stuff more often for clickable things in general, which is going to be nice. Okay, so going back to this again. I just gotta look at what I need to do for... okay, so on attacker, on target. So target is right-clicking, attacker is left-clicking. Okay. I just gotta double-check. Okay, so summon interaction, tags. We're gonna name this one precision hitbox, or no. Actually, just spotter, scope, hitbox. And this is just to call in precision airstrike, so, so precision, okay, hang on, let me think of a good name for this. So, precision SS, so spotter, scope, hitbox. Or precision marker hitbox might work? I don't know, we'll just name it that, precision SS hitbox. That's just a tag to let, like, as a grabber kind of thing for what I needed to do for the hitbox. So it will summon an interaction, and now we can add it over here, unless entity. All entities type equals interaction run. I'm just going to do that. And then, of course, tag equals precision underscore SS underscore hitbox. So if the hitbox doesn't exist, then just summon a brand new one. But also we need to do limit equals 1, distance, or sort equals nearest, and then distance equals 0 through 4, or 3. 3 will do, yeah. So it's not accidentally grabbing other people's hitbox by complete accident, so it's just only looking for the nearest one for the nearest 2 blocks for now. Summon interaction, and then just precision SS hitbox, just for now. I'm also going to put invulnerable is 1 just for now, and then I think that's all we need. And then, of course, now I got to do the things from the video that they stated here of what am I supposed to do for the commands itself, because it's supposed to reset, which I don't really remember what I'm doing here, so I got to figure that out.
To work with it, first with command block, just use the...
Okay, so interaction on target. Yeah, I got that. That's in the description.
On criteria, which have special rules for going to things based on how MBT is set up. The interaction entity is the best way to fix that. You need to add these commands.
Okay, so fix that. We got to do. Okay, it's like a data. It's stored as a data when it's used for the first time. Okay. So interaction is probably what it was. Okay, got it. Okay, I think I got it from here. Okay, so we're just going to summon it and see what we can do with it before we reload the script. And we're going to try to right-click it. Oh my god, if I can do this. Okay, here we go. Minimize that, and we're going to do a summon. If we hit F3 and B, we can see the hitbox. And now we're going to get data entity of... Yeah, we'll just grab that right there. That's fine, because we actually have the hitbox. So invulnerable air on ground, blah blah blah. Okay, rotation doesn't matter either. Fall distance can update, pose, yep. And then of course you can adjust the width and height of this if you wanted to. I don't think length is adjustable as of right now, but I believe it's width and height are the only thing that's adjustable as of right now, so you can make it larger or smaller. But it is what it is. It's fair. It's fine. So now if I right-click this, and then I get the entity data again, it should have changed. As you can see, it moved a little. So now there's an interaction with the player. And also, apparently, it tells me what time it was done, too. That's interesting. So... And then we're going to get rid of interaction, I think. Nothing changed. Okay. No way. I forgot how I got rid of data. Let's see here. What did he do to get rid of the data? I accidentally clicked Discord. That's nice. Awesome. Also, the dogs are barking and mother's not dealing with them. You gotta love that stuff, man. Close Discord. I don't need you open right now. I didn't mean to. I meant to click the video. Oh, data remove. Okay, that's right. Okay, it was a remove. I forgot that was a thing, too. I'm learning. So, data remove, not merge. Remove. I forgot that's a tag. And then interaction. And then now, if I do a data get, now it does not have the interaction thing anymore. Okay, so right-clicking. Okay, got it. And then now we're going to go in here and execute as all entities tag equals archetype equals interaction first. Tag equals precision SS hitbox at itself. If data entity at self interaction run data remove entity at self interaction. But before that, we're going to make a duplicate, and we're going to say run say right click. And now we're going to reload this. And now it's going to, if I move too far out of its radius, it's going to despawn and respawn a new one, or not? Okay, whatever. So if I right click this now, it's going to say right clicked, and it's always going to reset. Now, if I forgot to do the, like, if I didn't have this constant, like, if I just grabbed this instead, and before we did the reload thing, I go to creative, and I get a command block. I'm going to just paste it once, and always active for now. And then I reload this. Now it's going to be, like, right-clicked, so it's going to do that, but if I turn this off and right-click, it's always going to be updating per frame, or per tick, so having that always running will fix any current interaction, like if I right clicked and it would reset the current data. So the reason why I want this is so whenever I'm using the carrot on a stick, quote unquote, so now I made a new one. Oh, it's okay. I forgot to do the teleport command, so it's always making new ones. That's fine. We'll fix that. We gotta make it teleport to us all the time. Execute as all entities. Okay, so this is what I needed to fix. Okay, I got it. I forgot to do that part. And then, of course, we're going to do this as well. Unless entity... Run kill itself. Okay, so execute as interaction. Yep. Unless entity... All players, limit equals 1, sort equals nearest. Oops, nearest. And then, of course, we're going to grab the stick data again from the player and the game mode adventure part. And then before that, we're going to also add distance equals 0 through 2 for actually 0 to 3 for now. And then we're going to do run kill itself. And then we're going to reload. And then all those other ones should now be gone. Everything should be gone in general because I'm in creative, but as soon as I go on adventure, see if I get too far away from it, it despawns. That's good. Now we got to add the teleport thing. Also, I got to read chat. I'm so sorry for not reading yours. If you're wondering if it's Ultimate Custom Night inspired map using custom NPCs, good stuff, man. Keep up the good work. Oh, never heard of those interactions. Look interesting. Yep. Hell yeah. Okay, let's see here. Jesus. I always lose my train of thought whenever okay. I gotta get used to that, man. Like, whenever I read stuff, I lose my train of thought, which is fair. I mean, this is another reason why I kind of, like, wait until I'm done with my cooking of my brain and then read. So I hope you guys understand that I'm learning. We're all learning with this together. You're totally fine. Feel free to talk or comment or whatever. I'm not saying don't comment when I'm working. No. It's just I'm not going to be able to read it until I finish whatever I'm currently working on and have a chance to be like, okay, I can check without accidentally overwriting my brain. So I just wanted to say that, and that I'm learning. Okay, so what's next is we got to make it teleport to us all the time. So we're going to take the precision hitbox again. And instead of doing the killed self thing, we're actually going to bring this thing... Okay, so execute as all, yep. And then, of course, it's going to do a run command instead of from here. So we're going to get rid of all that right there. Run TP at self to all players, limit 1, sort, yep, distance of 0 to 3, and then those holding the stick. Now if I reload it, it's going to be constantly doing that, but now I got to position it. We're going to position it 1 block higher so that it's up here. Or not. And there's also 2 hitboxes, so we're going to go back to creative and adventure again. Oh, okay, I see what's kind of going wrong, but that shouldn't be the problem. Oh, no, I get it, okay. Okay, so I gotta do this. Okay, so we're gonna get rid of this position thing. And then, of course, it's gonna teleport to us first on the first frame. And then now it's gonna teleport itself up 1 block after that. So now it's going to be perfectly in sync with where we're standing. Like, I get it's very choppy, and I'm sorry if it's hurting your guys' eyes for a second. This is what's supposed to happen in general for now. I mean, you guys aren't supposed to be seeing the hitboxes itself, which is fair. But this is just for debugging purposes, so now it's always following me regardless, which is nice. But the problem is, if they're moving, it's going to be away from their face, like especially if they're moving forward. So what we're going to do is we're going to do the same thing again. And then instead of it being like this, we're going to do this. Okay, so 1 and 1. Well, actually, before that, we're actually going to do this, positioned, so that it's guaranteed on that coordinate. So we're going to do that, and then we're going to add, before we do that, we're going to do as, like an as state again. Or actually, no. Actually, yeah, they're here. As this itself, run TP itself. Yep, okay. So we're going to change this part to all players with a custom model data 1. So execute as all players of limit 1 sort nearest. Or actually, no, we're going to get rid of that entirely. Execute as all players of game mode adventure, holding the carrot on a stick on 1 at self, positioned. So it's going to be positioned 1 block above as all entities. Or actually, no. Hang on. And then, of course, as all entities of the interaction again at self positioned itself up 1 block and then run the teleport. I think. Oh, no. Wait, I'm stupid. Positioned. No, as all... Yep, okay, positioned, and then... Wait, well, let me just try it. Let me see what happens. Let me see if it works the way I wanted it to, and it's not. Okay. It is, but it's not. Okay, so I gotta get rid of this position thing, then. Also, I don't know why I had two selves, but whatever. Okay. There we go. Okay, that's what I wanted. A little bit more now. That's better. So now it's always facing me regardless, but that's where the issue comes to this again, is now it's also trying to compensate for wherever I'm looking, which is not what we want. So to fix that, we're just going to do that. But before that, we're going to also add position on this one right here. We're going to add that right there. And then we're going to reload. And then now it should be a lot more fixed for that, which is nice. That's good. That's exactly what we wanted. But now the problem is it's a little too far away from the player, so we're going to put 0.5. And I'm also going to increase the size of the hitbox to 2 when we summon it for the first time, which the summoning itself should be this script, I think, right here. Okay, so, yep, this is the thing. Okay, so it's going to be width is 2 blocks, or 2, height equals, no, just height, yeah, height equals 2. Oh, not equals to that, yeah, okay. And then we're going to reload. And now, if we go remove this and add this, it's now a bigger hitbox. Well, if anything, I think it's a little too large. But it should be large enough as of right now, just for the moment. Oh, I can't put decimals. Okay, I forgot about that. Okay, so we're actually going to keep it back at that again. We're actually just going to relocate this a little bit more for the inside. Okay. So never mind on what I just did there. We're just going to teleport it closer to the player so that it's mostly inside of the hitbox instead, as much as it can be without accidentally going out of bounds for it. Which I think that's good. But once again, here comes the problem again. If I'm moving. Okay. So if I'm moving... Let me think. Maybe on the summoning thing, I should put width of 2. But that's too big. That's no... 0.4. Okay, let me try 0.4 again. Well, okay, I think that should be far enough to be fair. Yep, okay, now it's acting as a right click. Oh, but it also prevents me from using my spotter scope. Oh boy, that's a problem. I didn't think that would be the issue. Oh shit. That's a problem. And that is a problem I didn't think of. Okay, so I don't think we're going to be using this then. Damn it. Okay. Unfortunate. Fuck. Think. Because then we can't use the spotter scope itself if this is the problem. No, not the tick delay compensation. That's fine. We needed something to where if you right-clicked, it would constantly do this. That's fine. It's just... I was going to originally use a carrot on a stick for this, but for some reason it's like... It doesn't... Nowadays, I don't think it is doing it anymore, where if you hold right-click, that it's going to be constantly updating. That's why I was trying to resort to the interaction hitbox to see if we can solve this, but then we have a new problem. We can't use the spotter scope. Because if I go back to creative for a second, if I right click, then you can see that. That would actually work. It's just, you can't use items through that. Unless there's a way to... Oh, okay, so I'm going to have to probably go back to carrot on a stick. But once again, here's the problem. Like, I'm going to do this. Scoreboard objectives add warped fungus. Just for now. Minecraft.used Minecraft.warped fungus on a stick. Just for a test, okay? And scoreboard objectives set display sidebar warped fungus. And we grabbed ourselves a warped fungus on a stick. And we hold right click. See, I'm holding right click right now. And it's still as a data of 1. But as soon as I let go, nothing happens. So there's no detection of letting go. But if I right-click again, it adds one more. There's no, like, thing where, like, it's constantly detecting. Like, one thing I had in mind was using the carrot on a stick, but also using that interaction thing again. But the problem is I don't want it to be like this. Sorry for those eyes that hurt there. I don't want that to happen. I just need this value to constantly... I just thought of it. I just thought of it. It just popped in the mind. Replacing the stick every frame. Replacing the stick with carrot on a stick again. And every time it has a right click of 1 to replace the item and clear it, and there you go. Oh, the genius. Okay, let's try this again. Okay, so if the right click is 1 and higher... Also, I gotta change the custom model data back to whatever it used to be, which was 17. So add a 1, and then we're gonna put add a 17. Boom. I was literally gonna say, can you... Yeah, exactly! This is... Like, I'm learning. I'm remembering things. Okay, you're right. Fuck, I didn't think of that. I'm like, I love this, like, step-by-step process I have in my mind where I'm like, okay, why isn't this working? Think. What would happen in this situation? You know, and like, oh yeah, I can just clear it and give it back. That would give it every 20 ticks a frame. Oh, my God. All right, let's try that again. Okay, so we don't need the hitbox anymore. The hitbox can say goodbye. For now. For now, though, it's going to be... I'm going to censor these out for now. But now the detection is going to be completely different for when you want to call in a precision, I think. Oh, Jesus. Okay, I'm thinking. Give me a minute to think. Okay, so... Okay. So, execute as all players if they have the carrot on a stick. Okay, so I'm just going to do this. Execute as all players with this. And then, of course, the score of right-click. Scores equals right-click equals 1 or higher. As self, run, clear, or item, no. Let me think real quick, hang on. So, clear at self. No, I wouldn't clear it. I'd run a... I should probably do a tag. Yeah, I should probably add and remove a data, and then I think that would update it. I want to try that real quick just to see if that's the case. So I'm going to do data merge entity at self. No, modify probably. Or... No. Give me a second. Okay, so I'll just replace it with, replace entity at self weapon with, oh, there we go, okay. Carrot on a stick. Custom model data of 17 again. Just for a moment, just let me think. Actually, no, wait, I can just use stick. Custom model data 1. And then those with custom model data of a stick of 1. And then the right click is still 1 and higher, so now it's going to do the carrot on a stick. Yep, and then custom model data 17. And then, of course, scoreboard, player set. And then now it's back to the carrot on a stick. Scoreboard, player set, SF, right click, 0. Okay. Oh, I gotta actually have the thing. Okay, I gotta do this. So scoreboard object is remove. Or fungus. I don't need that anymore. Set display sidebar, right click. Okay, it's kind of hard to tell. So far, nothing's happening. Oh, it's because it's a little stick. That's why. Such give, heal pointing carrot. And I'm also in creative. Custom model data 17. And then I would go back to adventure. Hold that, and then so far it looks like nothing is happening yet. Did I reload? Okay, nothing's happening just yet. Give me a second to think of what I need to do. Yeah, I should have been replacing with a stick. Your own adventure, Minecraft carrot on stick, custom model data 17, scores of right click if 1 or higher. Yep. Items replace entity, myself. Yep. With stick for the weapon, which I should have been doing. Actually, you know what? Let's just do it this way. Just to see if it's doing what I want it to do. I'm going to reload again. And we're going to make a copy of the carrot on a stick with creative mode, so that I'm not losing that item. And then we're going to go back to adventure, and if I right click, it should be a stick. It is a stick now. Okay. So now it's a stick. Okay, so now what I want it to do is to replace that stick back with a carrot on a stick. Oh wait, I think what I need to do was this. I think I need to put a frame up. So I'm gonna reload. I'm gonna go back to creative, get rid of that, make a copy of the carrot on a stick just in case. And then, okay. It instantly got transformed into a stick again. What? Maybe not. Hang on, let me bring that back down. I remember discovering tags are so helpful in many situations. I know, right? I'm just trying to think of what I'm doing wrong here, to make sure it's actually doing stuff. Well, I think it is, but I can't tell. So what I'm going to do, instead of doing the item replace first, we're going to do a say clicking. Whoops, I didn't need to control A. Okay, reload. Whoa, okay, hang on. Creative. Okay, and then we're going to make an adventure. Okay. Okay, I don't know what's going on there. Test. And then now it's just infinite loop. Okay, so there's an infinite loop. So if I have the carrot on a stick... Oh, I see. That's why. Reload. No, not that. Shush. What? What is happening? Okay, so if I right click... Okay, hang on. Let me reread everything. So, from top to bottom, we're going to reread just to review it in our mind of what's happening. So if I'm in Game Mode Adventure, and I have the carrot on a stick, custom model 17, yep, and I right-click for the first time, so it adds a right-click of 1 or higher, it's going to replace my current weapon with a stick, and while I'm holding the stick, it's going to say something. So while I have the stick in my right hand, it's going to say custom model data 1, because that's what the custom model data is, and it's going to say clicking. And then the carrot on the stick itself is going to be once again replaced with a carrot on a stick of 17. And that carrot on a stick of custom model 17 is probably what's... No, I think I need to do this. Wait, no. Yeah, it should be fine. Okay, so I'm holding the custom... Okay, I'm holding the carrot on a stick again. It should be setting my right-click back to 0. Like, I could get rid of this line entirely to try it, but it should have been replaced by this. So, holding stick. I'm going to put holding stick, and then, of course, I'm going to paste it again. holding caret. I just want to see. Yeah, it's saying holding stick, but I'm not holding caret. Okay, so it is replacing properly. I just wanted to make sure. Because if I was holding the caret on a stick and not a stick, it would be saying... Or, sorry, if I was still holding the stick, it would say holding caret as well, which is not what I want, obviously. So that's fine. That's doing its job. It's replaced back with a caret on a stick, but why is it constantly saying that I'm right-click one or higher? And why is this line not doing anything here? Execute game mode adventure, caret on a stick, custom model data is 17, and my score is right-click one or higher. Yeah. That should be true. And it should be setting my right-click back to 0. Oh, right-click? Really? A typo? A typo. That was why. Okay, so now when I'm holding right-click, nothing's happening. I think the reason being is because I need to keep it as a stick or something for an extra frame. So what I need to do is it needs to stay a stick for an extra frame. So what I need to do is I'm actually gonna bring this line up one. So we're going to put it up here instead of down there just to see if that extends it for an extra frame. And then now, if I hold right click, yep, okay, it's working. And is it still pasting in chat? It is. Okay, that's not good. I think that right click one or higher needs to also be up one. Reload. And now nothing's happening. No, I need to give it like an extra frame, so I think what instead I'm going to do is just add another scoreboard of like a delay. Classic typos, man. You gotta love it. Okay, so it's going to be replacing with a stick for one frame. Or actually, hang on. What if I do a tag? What if I add a tag instead of doing that? It should still do the same replacement, but I think that would be more efficient than using a stick, and it also wouldn't cause this issue up here. Okay, so instead of doing a stick, we're going to do another caret on a stick. That is if I can freaking type today. And then tag, or, no. Actually, just make it an extra value just for now. And then, of course, fix these with caret on a underscore stick. And then instead of it being 17, it's just going to be 18 just for now. And then it's going to say holding caret 18. And then it's going to be replacing it back with 17. And let's just see what happens. Of course, it's still going to be the same issue up here. It's just for now. I just want to see what happens if you use a caret on stick twice. Nothing. Okay, so it needs to have a delay. Okay, that's what I'm seeing right now, and I'm going to bring it back to what it was, which is a stick. Okay, so it's back to a stick. It needs to hold the stick for an extra frame. So what I'm going to do before adding the stick is I'm going to do run scoreboard players set at self stick 1 or delay probably. Well, I'm actually just going to add stick as a custom one. So scoreboard objectives add stick dummy. Okay, so we have a new scoreboard, which is the stick delay. And then it's going to do the stick scores equals... Oh, whoops. I don't need to do that. stick equals 1. And also I'm going to do the stick equals 0. Just for now. Actually, no, don't do that. Just leave it be. So, if I'm right-clicking with a caret on stick number 17, yep, and then and it's right-click 1 or higher, it's gonna set I'm gonna set myself as stick 1. So the score value stick 1 is now applied, and it's gonna replace it with a stick, and then it's gonna tell me I'm holding a stick, and then I'm gonna do it again on here. If anything, I'm gonna do add instead of doing set, so that it's adding each frame because this is still not updated properly. And then now when it's stick 2, stick equals 2, it's going to replace my item back to a caret on a stick. And that should be fine. And then of course this set itself right click 0. Should be fine. That should be, I think, fine. Actually, no, I should probably put stick equals 1 or 2, yeah. And if stick equals 2, set itself stick back to 0. And then reload. Nope. Once again, it completely broke and is now relooping. Give me a moment to think. I'm also just going to do this so we're not getting flashbanged every time when we do this. Okay, so I got to fix the holding stick loop. Now it's constantly in a loop again, where it's stuck on right click of 1. Okay, so I got to reread again. But before that, I'll read your comments here in a second. That always happens when you're trying to solve an issue, but it's like, yes, something very simple. I know, it happens to all of us. Classic typos are fun. Yep. Okay, so custom auto data 17, right click 1 or higher. Okay, so add stick. Okay, so now stick is now an equation. So now it's looking for stick 1, and it's going to replace it with a stick. And it's going to say I'm holding a stick regardless of what value I have. And then once that right click 1 or higher is still active, it's going to say I'm still holding the stick, so it's going to add another stick value to 2, which this should be ignored for the replace. The tell holding stick should say something still, which I'm actually going to add stick equals 1, just so it doesn't keep looping twice, because I don't want it to really say anything twice. Stick 2 should now replace itself with a custom model stick, again, of 17. And then now the custom model data of 17, if stick equals 2, it's going to set stick back to 0, and then stick, well, sorry, with right click and stick 0, because now it should be back to 0. Did I mistype again? No, I did not. Okay. And then right click 0. So I should have been setting it back to 0 again after. Actually, no, I should probably set right click. No, I'll just do it this way. We're going to get rid of the right click if stick is 2 or higher. Game mode adventure. Scores equals stick 2 or higher. Set player stick 0. Reload. Action bar. Good grief. Give me a minute. Okay, so stick is 1 right now, and it's being stuck at 1 is what's happening. Okay. So, I'm gonna put it back at 0 just as a reload real quick, just to neutrally test everything again. Oh, I'm holding a stick still. Okay, that's great. Okay. Weirdly enough, it's doing it without right-clicking. Oh, it's because right-click is still 1 or higher. Okay, that's weird. Once again, creative, again. Also, we can remove hitboxes now because we're not using that anymore. Adventure. Okay, so now when I'm hovering over it, nothing happens, and if I right-click, now I'm holding a stick constantly again. Okay. Alright, let's see here. So, if I'm holding... Oh, okay, I see. I see why I'm stuck on stick 1 again. Okay, it makes more sense now because I'm still holding... It's still looking for a carrot on a stick. Okay. So, what I need to do... Instead of it being this, I'm going to do set. And then, of course, I'm going to change this to stick. With custom metadata 1. That's why. And then set itself stick 2. And then now that should fix itself. And now it's constantly acting as if I'm right-clicking. It's not resetting my right-click values at all. After it hits 0. Gotta go now. It was fun checking it out again. Haven't seen your channel in a long while. Good luck on your projects and hope to see you. Hope you have a good rest of the day. Thanks, man. Best of luck on your projects as well. It's good to see you again. I mean, yes, I do remember you commenting from the past, so I recognize your profile and your name. Well, have a good one, Golden. Once again, thank you so much for stopping by. And once again, best of luck on your projects. Okay, I gotta figure out back to this again, so what's going on here? This is so fucking confusing. I know, very confusing. It's rough right now. I'm working on stuff. So where is this right click stick? Okay, right click is 0. This stuff. Okay. No, I think I gotta get rid of... Oh wait, no. Okay, it's because it's looking for stick 0. It needs to set to stick 2 to be back to 0. Okay. Reload. Okay, so now it's gonna be fixed. There we go. That's what I want. We fixed it. Is there a way to quick clear chat? Minecraft clear chat short key or shortcut. F3 and D. Okay. Oh. How nice. Okay, so now every 2 ticks, it's testing for if I'm right-clicking. Okay, awesome. So now I can fix this thing, again, with the spyglass. So now that we have a fake stick always replacing our inventory for the right-click detection, the constant right-click detection, if anything. So now the next thing I need to do is also add this as a stick. So if entity, this is just for that, yep. Okay, so this is carrot on a stick, yep, custom model data 17. Give me a minute to think again. So I need it to detect if it's either a carrot on a stick or so if I'm using that to do the okay, so if it's that, you have to clear spyglass. But the problem I think is going to happen, is if I do this exact copy paste but use stick, then it's going to be like, it both got cleared and it's going to constantly spam. So that's what I'm going to check right now if I just do a copy paste of this. And we're going to reload and try again. Yep, that's what I thought. I'm sorry for those who are sensitive to that kind of stuff. My bad. Okay, that's exactly what I thought was going to happen, and I was right. Okay. So we're going to undo that. And I think what we're going to do is we're going to add a tag in here. Instead of it being like a custom model data, I think it's just going to have a tag of a display, like display name. So we're going to get rid of the NBT selected item. No, that's going to stay there. Actually, no. We're going to get rid of the ID. And we're just going to do the tag. And we're going to get rid of the custom model data. And we're going to do display name. And then I got to go to here again and grab the display name text. So display name. Because I don't remember what it was. Like what I had to do for this. Okay, so it was a normal parentheses and then text. Okay, got it. That's what I was trying to look for. Like this. And then text. Okay. Yep, okay, that's what I'm looking for. And then it's going to be spotter scope. Or precision airstrike. Marker. Precision airstrike marker. Okay. And then, of course, all these replace items. Display. We're going to actually copy that. There's no need to do what I was just doing there for a second. Display name. And then right there, right before that yellow marker. Okay, perfect. So display name, oops, comma, space, comma, space, replace entity. There's only 3 lines, which the first one's up here too. That's just the spyglass, that's fine. We're gonna leave that be, and we're gonna reload. And I'm gonna give myself the carrot on a stick, custom model data 17. Real quick, so I can at least, have a copy of the correct one of the precision airstrike marker. And then we're going to creative, yep. And then, actually before that, I'm actually going to finish up what I'm doing here. I'm going to finish up this precision airstrike marker. So we're going to look up for airstrike, or E marker. And we're going to do this. We're going to copy that, and we're going to paste it in here again. Italics. False, color, light purple. Okay. I think italic is the right word. Yep, italic. Okay, good. And not with an S. And apparently I didn't do the thing again. God damn it. I didn't do it for all of them, as to be expected. Reload. And then I gotta give myself the new one. This one. Okay, so now it's updated. Adventure mode. Okay, so now I got that working properly. It's just not doing the stick thing now. It's only doing it for 1 frame, so I must have missed something data-wise in here that would be doing the looping for this. Oh, and I see why now. I think, wait. I'm going to get rid of this hitbox. I'm just going to delete that script entirely. I'm going to reload one more time. Yeah, it's acting like... Okay. Yeah, it's doing it once, and that's it. It's not constantly doing the replacing, I don't think. So it's like... Okay, hang on. I'm going to reread everything here, because this Precision Airstrike part up here, where it's replacing the items for the spyglass, is doing as intended. That's fine. It's just when it's doing this part, it's breaking everything. So, game mode adventure, carrot on a stick, custom model data 17, yep. Should be giving itself a stick, yep, stick, and then it's going to be doing the... At that line right here, should be doing nothing until the second line. Because that's going to be... When I have the stick, it's going to set my stick to 2. And then carrot on a stick, custom model data 17, this is going to be the next one, so stick equals 1. It's going to replace my weapon with a stick with the display name of Precision Airstrike Marker, which I think it's doing. Kind of hard to tell. I'm going to put marker... Yeah, I'm actually going to leave it be. That should be perfectly fine. Italics false, color light purple. Yeah, that should be correct. And then it's going to be now a stick still, so it's going to go back to stick. So stick 1 equals, yeah, it's going to say holding stick. That's correct. Stick 2 will be completely ignored on that frame. Right click 0 is completely ignored on that frame. Stick 2 is completely ignored. And then the next frame, it's going to be stick 1, and I'm going to be holding a stick. So the first line is completely ignored. The second line is the one that goes to stick 2. Yep. And that should be correct with custom model data 1. Okay. The next line is going to be completely ignored because I'm not holding a carrot on a stick. Stick is the next one, so custom model data 1, right click 1, stick 1 is completely ignored. Stick 2 is the next one. So item replace weapon, carrot on a stick, custom model data 17. Yep, that should be happening. And then I should have a carrot model, yep, 17, right click 1, and stick equals 2. Okay. I'm starting to think it's something with the spotter scope. Let me check again. I'm actually going to hashtag that out and we're going to reload. No, it's not. Oh, okay, so that's good. I think. Actually, if anything, wait. Adventure. Actually, wait, creative again. Hang on. Oh, no, that's survival. Adventure, creative. Okay. Let me get rid of that spyglass. And then adventure. And then... It is. It has to deal with that. Okay, that's not good. That's not good at all. The spotter scope is causing issues with the looping function for a constant right click. Oh no. Okay, so what I'm thinking of doing... that sucks. Shit sucks. Okay, so what I'm gonna have to do... Oh, that fucking sucks. Okay. Alright, so I'm gonna have to get rid of the spotter scope then. So the spotter scope itself is going to be gone. And in other words, the hey, I'm gonna reload it again so you guys actually have an idea of what this is. Yeah, this offhand spyglass is no longer going to be added. Instead, I'm actually just gonna do it this way. I'm gonna have to use a pumpkin on my head, like a carved pumpkin, which will also sadly replace the helmet. Oh no. Oh boy. Fuck. That's gonna I can't do that, because then there's gonna be no headshot detection, and players getting a headshot while someone's trying to call in a precision airstrike is going to not get the headshot indicator, giving no credit for headshots for the kill feed. That's going to completely break the leather cap headshot detection feature. So I cannot use a carved pumpkin for that. Instead, what I'm just going to do is I'm just probably going to have to kiss the custom thing right here, this beautiful heads-up display, goodbye. and do the UUID thing, or not UUID, the custom field of view slider thing. Hang on, give me a second to think of what that is. Data get entity heal pony. Shit. Or actually, better yet, just effect give heal pony slowness for like 5 seconds. 10 true. Yep, that's the problem if I have FOV effects disabled. Well, that's unfortunate. I mean, I could try to give the spyglass something as well, so that's updating as well, but the problem with that is I think it's going to constantly zoom in and out, like I had that issue there. So, like, this right-click detection no longer sadly works because of the spotter scope taking priority over the stick. So that's the problem. Give me a minute. Because, like, I can try to update the spyglass on the frame when the stick is applied. Or at least whenever it's cleared. Like, I can try to update the spyglass's data. But once again, I think the problem with that is, here, let me try. Least I can do is try, right? So whenever it does, like, the first holding stick thing, so this first frame of holding stick is going to instead replace, instead of it just saying holding stick, it's going to do item replace, run item replace entity myself weapon the offhand with spyglass. Custom tag I'm gonna try to add an extra thing, so just extra text. And then, of course, like, whenever it's back to 2, so when it's doing the stick 2, it's going to replace it with just a normal spyglass again, without the extra text. So just normal spyglass, like that. So it's adding an extra NBT tag, and then it'll be back to stick 2, as if nothing here really happened. I want to see what happens. And as to be expected, our right-click completely breaks. Okay. Oh, wait, because I'm in fucking... Wait, no, I'm in Adventure. Actually, hang on. get rid of this part. I think that's what I need to get rid of. Okay. So game mode adventure. Scores of right click 1 and higher. Or actually better yet, just stick 1 and 2. Just stick 1 and 2 is all we need. Okay. Reload. Also get rid of the spyglass thing, I think. Or no, wait. Just do this. Game mode adventure, yeah. Oh my god, are you fucking kidding me with this? There we go. So it'll be 0, 0 and 2 probably. Yeah, I'm just gonna do it this way just in case. I really don't feel like braining right now. Stick equals stick 0, stick 1, stick 2, whatever. And now everything breaks when it comes to this. Okay. So what did I break in here? Apparently the whole fucking script. Function, skip or clear, COD active scripts, streaks. Yeah, it did. It completely broke the script. Okay, so the airstrike scope completely broke for the function. Oops. Yeah, it completely broke the function. Okay. So what I did here with adding spyglass, stick 0, 1, and 2 is it completely fucking broke everything. Oh my god. Display. Lore. No, I don't think I add that. Text 1, right? Lore. Okay, no, I get what I need to do. Okay, I needed to do this. Hang on. Oh, this becomes frustrating very quickly. I know. Welcome to development, dude. Stick. And then, of course, 0, 1, 2. Yeah.
The Walmart order is ready.
Okay. Bye. I forgot that I had to go do the Walmart order. Oh my god. Okay. Back to adventure mode. Just double check if we got the prisoner strike marker. And nothing's happening again. Oh my goodness gracious. So I think replacing with stick 0, 1, and 2 has done nothing. Like, I think the lore on here, yeah, it says stick 2. Okay, so it is actually updating. It's just... Okay, I'm gonna have to figure this out another time because I have shit to do. So much fun. I'm mainly more frustrated right now with the code than anything else, guys. Don't think I'm frustrated because, like... Okay, look, I am frustrated in general. I get it. Welcome to development, where things don't always work your way. And it's not always because of real life stuff in the background, but it's also because of game coding and, like, not going your way, and you have to figure out another loophole around fixing this shit. So, what the fuck do I do? The spotter scope, like the spyglass, completely breaks it. It doesn't make it loop. Man, now I'm just stuck in a rut right now. I don't know what to do for it. Like, it was nice because not only did it give a heads-up display, like visual, that I added here, so it looks like you're actually looking through the spotter scope, but it also gives the zoom effect of the spotter scope itself, which is nice. So it's like two things in one. But here's the problem. With FOV effects disabled, because I disabled FOV effects on my end, because of the slide cancel stuff being slowness and speed values, I don't think I can exactly change the player's field of view outside of, well, unfortunately now, the spotter scope, or the spyglass, sorry. But now that the spyglass is being a pain in the fucking ass, and blocking right-click detection again. No, it's just the problem being... Maybe I don't need a right-click detection. Maybe I just need the left-click detection. Because I think the right-click detection is kind of useless, because I think, if I'm not mistaken... Well, I mean, I could be mistaken, but I mean, I could just have it be like, yeah, you don't need the spotter scope in order to do the left click detection. Like, you could still just, like, hold this and just punch, and it would be like, oh, you left clicked, and then execute the precision airstrike call-in. I think just being able to right click helps with precision marking, and then you can just punch, and then it just calls it in. So what I need to do is figure out an entity that I can right-click and it does nothing other than me being able to use the spotter scope function, but also being able to left-click and have a left-click detection for a punch. So I don't know if... Like, I can test this right now, if this works or not. So I'm actually going to place down C4. And I am going to go back to adventure mode, and I am going to right click, and I'm going to punch. Because if I go to spectator, there is a slime here, but it's invisible. Because like if I were to normally punch it, which is going to be a big mistake for me doing this in adventure. As you can see, I punched a slime and it blew up. And that's just an old C4 detonator, we don't need that. So that's the problem. Well, actually, if anything, I think that's fair. Like, being able to zoom in and just be like, oh yeah, I want it right here, and then just punch. So, controls for this will display immediately after holding this. It'll say, zoom in to like zoom in for accuracy. Once ready to call in, punch without zooming in, and then you can just do that and it would work. Okay, I'll look into that. I'll see if I can find an entity where I can... Well, actually I can't, because the spotter scope just completely disables punching while in use, so it's just going to be more like unscope, left click to call in, scope in for precision marking, and then let go when you're ready, and then punch to, you know, that's just going to be the way it is. It's going to have to be that way. So right click detection is going to do nothing. It's going to be more of a left click detection. Okay, so I'm going to have to rewrite this whole code. Thank you guys so much for watching before, during, or after the stream. I have to go do some stuff real quick, so I will come back to this as soon as I get back, which once again, I do not know how long this is going to take. I think this is going to take at least at most 20 to 30 minutes to go get done, because I have to go pick up a Walmart order from my mom. So I got to get ready, I get dressed, get the car going, go pick it all up, and then come back, drop off all the groceries here, and put it all away, and then I'll be back on, which will probably take maybe an hour now that I think about it even more. But for now, I need to get this done. So thank you guys so much for watching. Follow... No, I forgot this is not a Twitch stream. This is a YouTube stream. Subscribe if you haven't yet already. Leave a like. Show this to your friends. And have a great day, and I'll see you guys next time. Which will probably be within an hour. Bye!